सो वेलकम। इस लेक्चर में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे व्हाट इज बूलियन अलजेब्रा, लॉजिक गेट्स, एंड बूलियन फंक्शंस। लेकिन शुरू करने से पहले हमें ज़रूरत है डेसिमल एंड बाइनरी नंबर सिस्टम की। ठीक है, तो बूलियन अलजेब्रा के बाद, मिनिमाइजेशन के बाद हम लोग नंबर सिस्टम बहुत अच्छे से समझेंगे। लेकिन अभी के लिए सबसे पहले सिर्फ दो नंबर सिस्टम पे ध्यान देंगे, जो कि है डेसिमल नंबर सिस्टम और बाइनरी नंबर सिस्टम। तो सबसे पहले समझते हैं कि नंबर सिस्टम क्या है। नंबर सिस्टम इज बेसिकली क्या है, सिस्टम ऑफ काउंटिंग। मतलब हमारे नंबर्स क्या हैं और कैसे उन्हें रिप्रेजेंट करना है। जैसे कि आप हमारा रोमन नंबर सिस्टम जानते हैं। जैसे रोमन सिस्टम की अगर हम लोग बात करें तो अगर आपके पास 3 एप्पल्स हैं, 3 एप्पल्स, तो आप कैसे दिखाओगे? 1 2 3, 3 आईज, राइट, लाइक दिस। 5, so then like this. 6, then like this. So what is number system? So number system is basically a way of representing numbers, a way of counting things. आप किस तरह से काउंट करना चाहते हैं। ठीक है, रोमन सिस्टम में आप 9 लिखना चाहेंगे तो इस तरह से लिखेंगे, राइट। तो ये बात तो क्लियर हो गई। अब एक सिस्टम होता है यूनरी सिस्टम या अनरी सिस्टम। ठीक है, वी कैन से दिस इज आवर 0, दिस इज द फर्स्ट वन एंड दिस इज द फर्स्ट वन। हाउ स्मॉल बेबीज विल काउंट, कैसे छोटे बच्चे कैसे काउंट करेंगे, वो कैसे काउंट करेंगे। मान लीजिए उन्हें 3 काउंट करना है, तो कैसे काउंट करेंगे? 1 2 3, 1 2 3, लाइक 3 sticks और 3 lines. So how many symbols are they using? कैसे वो सिंबल यूज कर रहे हैं? सिर्फ एक सिंबल यूज कर रहे हैं, one single line. This is the idea of अनरी। अगर उन्हें 4 एप्पल्स को काउंट करना है तो वो काउंट करके कैसे लिखेंगे? 1 2 3 4। तो नंबर सिस्टम का क्या मतलब है कि हाउ यू काउंट। नंबर सिस्टम का क्या मतलब है कि एक ऐसा सिस्टम है कि हम चीज़ों को किस तरह से काउंट करते हैं। अनरी सिस्टम में हमारे पास सिर्फ एक सिंबल है। सो दिस इज योर सिंबल इन अनरी नंबर सिस्टम। So the idea is how to represent the counting or the numbers. Now comes our favorite one, which is the decimal system, which is we use every day, जो हम रोज यूज करते हैं। डेसिमल में हम लोग कौन कौन से सिंबल यूज करते हैं? 10 सिंबल्स। कौन कौन से? 0 से लेकर के 9 तक। एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज सिंबल्स आर कॉल्ड डिजिट्स। इन सबको हम डिजिट्स कहते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपके पास 4 मैंगोज हैं तो डेसिमल में आप किस तरह से लिखेंगे? 4, राइट। अगर 3 है so 3. So these are the symbols. In decimal number system we have these symbols, 10 symbols. Now understand one thing. Do we have a symbol in decimal system? क्या हमारे पास decimal system में कोई symbol है? इस चीज को समझने की बात करिए. कोई symbol नहीं है. क्यों नहीं है? क्योंकि symbol का मतलब क्या है? डेसिमल सिस्टम में सिंबल्स क्या है? 1 2 3 4 एंड सो ऑन टिल 9, राइट? सिर्फ इतने ही सिंबल्स हैं और इन्हें हम कहते क्या हैं? डिजिट्स. लेकिन क्या इन्हें काउंट करने के हमारे पास कोई सिंबल है? अगर आपके पास एप्पल्स हैं तो उनको काउंट करने के लिए 9 8 7 6. लेकिन अगर आपके पास इन्हें काउंट करने के लिए कोई सिंबल्स हैं, इनको रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए कोई सिंबल नहीं है, इसलिए हम दो डिजिट्स का यूज करते हैं. वो दो सिंबल्स क्या हैं? we'll use two symbols, 1 and 0. This is the entire idea. So this is the idea of symbols, that we have symbols. So we have 0 1 2 3 and so on to 9. But we have limited, but we want to count more, so we take two symbols, 1 0. So we fix this one over here, and then we'll go over here 2, and then fix this one until then we go to 1, and then here over here we'll go till 9. So this is how we change symbol. Like for example 20, then we keep this constant, then 1, and then this goes till 9. Then again we go 3, we get 0, and then again 3 1, and then till here till 39. But when we reach a position like this, then we run out of symbols. Here we run out of symbol for the first position, right? Over here. Now for the second position also, we are running out of symbols. So now we should use three symbols like this. So this is your decimal system. ये हमारा पूरा decimal system है. These are the symbols. These are the 10 symbols. Now let us understand what is base of a number system. How many symbols you have in that number system? If we write it in definition, so here you can see this is the definition. So for a decimal system, what is the base? It is base 10. We have total 10 symbols. Hence base is 10 for decimal system. Now one more thing is that the base value of a number system is the number of different values the set has before repeating itself. So these are the symbols over here, and they repeat themselves, right? So you repeat them. So this is the idea of base. So number of values you have before you repeat yourself, that is the idea of base or the base value. Now how to know how many values are these? Like how many items you are counting. For example, if you have 29, now how to find that? This is the decimal system. So in decimal system, every position has a weight. This position has weight 10 power 0. This position has 10 power 1. And if you have another, then it has 10 raised power 2. Right? So from where this weight is coming? So remember, when you use these two symbols, after 10 symbols, you use this symbol, and when you use this symbol after 100 symbols. Right? Is this clear? From where this weight is coming? This you will use after 100 symbols. Sorry. This symbol you will use after 10 numbers, and this symbol you will use after 100 numbers. So this is the reason from where this weight is coming. So how many apples you are counting over here? So this will count like this. 9 into 10 raised to power 0. How many hundreds you have? 200 you have. Like, just let me clear this over here and rewrite it clearly. How many hundreds? How many tens? Right? So focus on this, from where these weights are coming. These weights. Why this weight is coming? If anyone asks you, this weight is coming because I'm using the second symbol. After second symbol 2 after 10 numbers or 10 items, whatever, after counting 10 items or after 10 numbers. And similarly I can see for 3 that I'm getting third symbol 3 after 100 items, after counting 100 items. So this is the reason why these weights are coming. इस सिचुएशन की वजह से ये सारी चीजें और ये वेट्स का पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट है. So for example, you have another number. So see from where this weight is coming. Here, here, here. After counting 10,000 items, after 1,000, after 100, after 10, right? So this is how all of these weights come. So understood this, right? So for example, if we take a number, if I ask you how many ones are there, you will say these many ones. How many tens? How many hundreds? 7. How many thousands? 2. How many 10,000s? 2. Right? So this number is in the decimal system. This tells us the number system. So decimal number system we are using. So we are using 10 over here. So what does this means? So how many ones you have? 0 ones. How many tens? 0 tens. How many hundred? 0 hundreds. And how many thousands? 1000. So if you add all of them, you get 1000. Right? So इस तरह से ये सारी चीजें समझ में आती हैं. ये चीजें आपको अब एकदम क्लियर हो गई डेसिमल सिस्टम में. इफ आई गिव यू एनी नंबर, आपको कोई भी नंबर दिया जाए, आप इजीली समझ सकते हैं कि उसमें वेट्स कैसे आए हैं, उसमें टेंस कितने हैं, थाउजेंड्स किस तरह से हैं, और उसमें डेसिमल सिस्टम है. तो यहाँ से हम ये पता कर सकते हैं डेसिमल. So we can easily say that this number is d into 10 to the power 1 plus c into 10 to the power 2 plus b multiplied by 10 to the power 3 plus a multiplied by 10 to the power 4. So this a is multiplied by 10 to the power 4, b by 10 to the power 3, c by 10 to the power 2. Because the c we are using after 100 items, right? After counting 100 items. So we can see how many 100 items, like see. So how many 100 items you have, like this thing. So if I give you this number 256, what does this mean? After counting how many items we are using this symbol? 10 items, right? Now how many tens we have counted? So this is the idea. After counting 10 items, right? So this second symbol we are using after counting 10 items. So from this 5 what we get? What is the story of this 5? क्या पता चलता है? कितने tens हमने count किए हैं? How many tens we have counted? So total 5 tens we have counted, right? Okay, right. So over here another thing you can see, for example 22. It means we have counted 2 tens from 0 to 9 and 1 from 10 to 19, and then this 2 is coming, right? After counting 2 tens, right? We are using this second symbol. ये पूरा आइडिया हमारा डेसिमल सिस्टम. तो अगर आपको कोई भी नंबर दिया जाए, लाइक 1253 और 1255, सो इसका मतलब क्या है? हाउ मेनी hundreds we have counted? आंसर क्या होगा? 2. This means how many thousands we have counted? टोटल 1, राइट? तो अगर आपसे कोई पूछे कि कहाँ से वेट का पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट है, तो आपको एक चीज़ क्लियर हो गई है कि इसकी वेट 10 पावर 0, 10 पावर 1, 10 पावर 2, 10 पावर 3. So this number is nothing but 5 into 10 power 0 plus 5 into 10 is power 1. How many hundreds you have? 2. How many thousands you have? 1. Right? Now we are going to go to the binary system. This is the entire idea of decimal system. Now let's see next number system, which is our binary number system, which we use in computers. So we have two symbols which we have learned in previous classes. Two symbols, 0, 1, and these are called bits. And this binary system is very similar to decimal number system. We have only two symbols, right? So if we have to count, right, we have to start counting. हमें counting करनी है, 0 count करना है, 1 count करना है, ठीक है? Like look like this. Here I am writing binary decimal. Here 0, we write into 0. Here you want to count 1 apple, 1 apple. Now I don't have any other symbol. For 2, there is no symbol over it. Till 1, we were not running out of any symbol. But after 1, 2, we don't have any symbol. So how will count? So we'll use two symbols. What? Same as decimal. If you want to count 2 apples, then use two symbols. 1, 0. Right? If you want to count 3, then 1, 1. Did I run out of symbols? Am I running out of symbols? क्या symbols की कमी है? Yes. एक बार फिर से देखते हैं. Binary, decimal. Now for 4 apples. So now I have to use one more symbol because I don't have. So I'll put 1, 0, 0. Now if you want to count 5, for 5, 1, 0, 1. For 6, again for the first position I'm running out of symbols. So in the second position I can use 1. Right? Like this. So again 1, 1, 1, and then it will become 7. Now 8. Now I'm running out of symbols again for both the positions. So I'll be using 4 symbols. Right? Here we were running out of symbols. Here we were running out of symbols. So this is the entire idea. So now you can notice one thing. In decimal system, what we do? When you have greater than 9, you use new digit. And in binary, what do you do in binary? Greater than 1, new digit. Right? So this is the simple idea. In the binary, amount of things, zero apple will be like this, 1 will be like this. If you have to count 2 apples, then we'll have to look like this, 3 apples, then like this, and so on. So it will keep going. Now similar to decimal system, what happens in binary system? एक चीज बताइए, बाइनरी सिस्टम में find out the bits if we have this number 1011. What does this mean? Why we are using this second symbol? Why we are using? After counting how many things? After counting two items, right? So just similar to decimal system. So this fourth symbol, after counting how many items? 8 items. ये चीज समझ में आ जानी चाहिए. Now let us find out the weight. Now let us find out the weight. Now what is the weight of this symbol? 1. What is the weight of this symbol? 2. Right? After counting 2 items you're using them. What is the weight of this? After counting 4 items you're using this. So are you getting the point? So if anyone asks, this is how you can explain. You already know all of these things. ये सारी चीज़ें आपको पता है. बस आपको ये समझना है कि ये वेट्स आए किस तरह से हैं. आपको बस ये समझना है कि जैसे कि बहुत सारे बच्चे ही समझते हैं कि ये दिस इज द वेट 2 पावर 0 2 पावर 1 दिस इज द वेट 2 पावर 2. ये चीज़ आपने रट ली, एक तरह से समझ ली पूरी तरह से आपने. बट what is the explanation? This is the explanation what you have to understand. If you understand, it is very good, because in the gate exam they are not going to ask you from where these weights are coming, but you should know, or you should try to at least know once that how all of these concepts are coming, right? You don't need to by heart, just understand. ये था हमारा सिंपल आइडिया. सो बाइनरी सिस्टम में क्या था वेट? दिस हैज द वेट 2 पावर 0 2 पावर 1 पावर 2 2 पावर 3 2 पावर 4 2 पावर 5, right? This has the power 2 power 3 because there are 3 symbols on right of it, right? This has 2 raised to power 2 weight because there are 2 symbols on the right of it, alright? So if I give you a binary number, ये क्या बताता है? ये हमें बताता है बाइनरी सिस्टम कि नंबर जो आपने दिया है ये बाइनरी सिस्टम में है. तो इस नंबर से हम लोग कितने एप्पल्स काउंट कर रहे हैं? इसका वेट है 2 पावर 0, देन 2 पावर 1, then 2 power 2, and then 2 power 3. 0, it will become 0, and then finally when you add all of them, 6 8 plus 2 plus 1 equals to 11 apples. This is 11 in decimal. This is 11 of binary and this is 11 of decimal. What is 1 1 in binary? Weight 0, weight 1, so it will be 3 in decimal, alright? So if it is in binary, you are counting if you have this in binary, you are counting 3 apples. If you have this in binary, you are counting 11 apples. Now if you have a number 22003, in this number every position have a weight, right? Because this number is in decimal system, so this will have 10 power 0. 4 symbols on the right, this will have 10 power 4 weight. This will have 10 power 3, 10 power 2, and then this will have 10 raised power 1. So now when you finally calculate, these are zeros, so you don't have to worry. तो आप कह सकते हैं कि ज़ीरो की तो हमें कोई चिंता नहीं है. So you can multiply 3 by its weight, 2 by its weight, 2 by its weight. This is how you can do. This is this simple. So in decimal system, each digit is multiplied by appropriate power of 10 depending on its position in the number. So each digit have its weight, right? So this will have 3 because there are 3 people on the right. And the same thing you can do for binary system. Each binary digit is multiplied by appropriate power of 2. For example, 101. What will this be in decimal? Every bit has a weight. It is in binary. So every bit will have weight in the power of 2. So finally it will become 1 into 2 power 2 plus, and it will become like this. So you'll get 5 because 0 will be 0. So total it will be 5 apples. So this is the complete idea. Now let us see binary to decimal conversion is very easy. So it is very easy. Binary to decimal conversion, same as you read decimal number. For example, एक कोई बाइनरी नंबर लेते हैं 10110111. इसका करस्पॉन्डिंग क्या होगा? How many apples will you be counting? What will be the number in decimal? Just multiply everything with its weight. What is the weight of this? 6 symbol in the right. So 2 power 6. This is 0. So it will be like this. This will be 64 plus 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. And this will be 91. So total 91 apples you are counting. So if you have the number in binary with decimal, then multiply everything with its weight. Now let's see decimal to binary. बहुत सारे लोगों को ये चीज़ पहले से ही पता है, ठीक है. डेसिमल टू बाइनरी में व्हाट यू डू, यू डिवाइड. ये चीज़ आपको बहुत अच्छे से पता होगी फॉर योर सेमेस्टर एग्जाम्स, फॉर माई कॉलेज एंड व्हाटएवर यू नो दिस. बट क्या आपको ये चीज़ पता है कि ऐसा क्यों होता है? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड द व्हाई बिहाइंड इट? अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आता है तो इस तरह से समझिए. For example, if you have number 14, this is in decimal, then what will be it? It will be in binary. What people do? They do like this. They want to convert to binary. They'll divide by 2. They'll write remainder over here. Remainder will be 0. Right? Here you write the quotient. Again 2. Remainder will be 1. Quotient 3. Then again ones. 1 will be the remainder again. Again you will divide 0 times. And remainder will be 1. What people will do that? They will write like this. From bottom to up. And finally, you can say this is your decimal. Your binary would be 1110. So 14 in binary, this is in the binary. Alright? Decimal to binary. This means how many items? 14 apples. Very simple. Now let us understand why. So to convert any number from decimal to binary, we do successive division by 2. Right. So what we do, write remainder in reverse order. Now let us do the practice of this method. For example, let us take a number 27. What will be there in the binary? 27 divided by 2. Here you write the remainder. 13 times. 1 will be remainder. Then you will divide this by 6 times. Again 3. Then again 1. And then again 0. And then 1. And all of these remainders you write in reverse order. So the answer will be 11011 in binary. So this is the binary of 27. Right? This method will take a lot of time if you have big numbers. So now try to understand one thing. If you have any binary, right? A, B, C, D in binary. So tell me what is A? Either 0 or 1. Right? C is 0 or 1. D is 0 or 1. Agree? Because this is the number in binary system. अभी assume करिए कि now this number is n in decimal system. Then what is this n? N is a into 2 power 3 like this. And what is a comma b comma c comma d? They belong to 0 comma 1 because this is the binary system. These are the bits. So n will be like this. Now how to find d? the first position. What should we do? क्या हम ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि d हमारा है इक्वल टू रिमाइंडर ऑफ n mod 2 जब n को 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे? यस और नो? जब आप इस पूरे नंबर को 2 से डिवाइड करते हैं तो d या तो हमारा 0 है या तो 1 है, तो रिमाइंडर जो है वो हमारा d होगा. यस और नो? राइट. So this is the number n and this is the remainder. This number will be divided by 2, this number will be divided by this number will be divided. So this d will be the remainder. So what is d? D is n mod 2. Right? Now how to find c? You have ABCD number system. So we know that n equals to a into 2 raised power 3 plus b into 2 raised power 2 c into 2 raised power 1 plus d. How to find c? What you will do? So first you will divide this by 2. Right? Then you will get the quotient. So what is the quotient? Q. Q is the quotient. When you divide n by 2. Then how to find c? So c is the first quotient. First quotient mod 2. Why? जब हम n को 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो क्या होगा? तो क्वोशंट क्या होगा? This is your number n. This. So what will be the quotient when you divide by 2? And what will be the remainder? Remainder will be d. And quotient will be so this will be your quotient. Right? This will be the quotient. क्योंकि जब भी आप 2 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा. 2 power 3, 2 power 2, 2 power 1. So this will be the remainder and this will be the remainder. So again this will be the first question. This is the first question and this is your first remainder. So Q1 and R1. So what will be C? C will be again from C. From this quotient, how to find C? That will be the remainder when you divide by 2. So C will be Q1 mod 2. So this is what is actually happening. So you are successfully dividing the quotient. So now if you have Q1, what is the quotient Q2? When you divide this by 2, so quotient will be over here a into 2 plus B, remainder will be C. Now, how to find B on dividing this by? So this is your Q2. A into 2 plus B. How to find B? So when you divide this Q2 by 2, Q2 mod 2. So this remainder will be B. So this is the whole idea behind this algorithm. Why we do this successful algorithm. So this is the whole process which we continue. For example, let us take an example. Again 27. So tell me what we do. This is 27. Then how to find the A0, A1, A2, A3. How to find A0? ये है हमारा n, राइट. A0 कैसे फाइंड करेंगे? A0 होगा जब हम डिवाइड करेंगे तो हम रिमाइंडर जो वो होगा, यानी कि quotient will be Q1 13. This will be your first remainder. What is the second remainder? Sorry, that will be A1. Quotient will be 6. Third remainder will be 0. This will be A2. And again Q3. And then here again Q4. This will be 1, R4. And this will be R5. So A2, A3, A4. There will be A4 also. Why we write it in reverse order? Because the first remainder is A0 और second remainder है A1, A2, A3 and next A4. So इस वजह से we write it in reverse order. So this is the whole idea. This is your A4 and this is your A0. Why we do this? Idea is very clear. Now let us take another example. 44. This is the value n, right? We will divide the remainder. First quotient will be 22. First remainder will be 0. This is your A0 only, right? So if you have n equals to 44 in decimal, then what will be in the binary? A0, A1, A2, A3, A4. This is your binary. So this A0 will be your R1, right? Then you got this quotient. Then again you divide this quotient. Then what is the next remainder? This will be A1. Next quotient will be 11. Again you divide by 2, remainder will be 1. This is your A2. 5 again by 2, next remainder will be 1. Next question will be like this. This is how you will solve it. This is your A4, and last remainder will be R6 and A5. Alright, so that is the reason why we write it in reversal. So what will be the answer? 10110. So this is your A0. Right, A0. Okay, yeah, there is one more 0. 0 0. Right, so this is how you understand. This is A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So this number system is very simple topic. Now moving to the final conclusion. For example, these are your apples. How to count them? Decimal system will say this is the system, will say this is the value. Binary will say this is the value. Roman will say this is the value. Right? This is where we started. Then this is very clear to everyone. Very simple. Number system means how to count things. Now remember one more thing. Unary system, and in unary system, 1 2 3 4 5. Right? There's one more system, English, 5. Something like that, right? So the summary, whatever binary number I give you, how to convert to decimal, everything has a weight. In the power of 2, everything has a weight. Only this thing you have to remember. If you don't understand the logic, you have to remember only this thing. Every bit you multiply with its weight. By 3 to power 3, C with 2 power 2, D with 2 power 1, E with 2 power 0. This is how you convert binary to decimal. This is what you have to remember, nothing else. Now this decimal and binary conversion, don't apply the previous methods. Now how to do it quickly? Exam, we have to save our time. So what is the idea of quickly? Now understand this thing. 1 to 15 you should remember, right? Remember binary of 0 to 15. What will the binary of 0 to 15? One side we are writing the decimal, and one side we are writing the binary. Like this: 2 1 0, 3 1 1, 4 1 0 0, 5 1 0 1. Again, decimal, binary. 6110, 7111, 81000, 91001, 101010. Then again decimal, binary, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1011, 1100, 1101, 1110, 1111. This thing you have to remember. And even if you forget, you can calculate them. Now let me tell you how to calculate them quickly. This is also what we'll see. These things you should remember. Powers of 2. Right? For example, if you have 2 power 0, decimal, binary, powers of 2. For example, 2 power 0, which is 1, that is 1. 2 power 1, that is 2, this is 1 0. 2 power 2, that will be 4, 1 0 0. Next 2 power 3, that is 8, 1 0 0 0. क्या आपको समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ पे हो क्या रहा है? यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? 2 power 4, what will be in binary? This is in decimal for now. It will become 1 and 4 0. So if you have 2 power n, then in binary it will become 1, then followed by n zeros. Right? Like this. Very simple. For example, you have 2 power 10. This is your 1024. That is 1 and followed by this is your binary for 2 raised to power 10 or 1024. Now, if you want to find 17, how will you do? We'll do a very simple thing. What is the closest power of 2? 16, right? Near to 17 it is 16. Just write 16. Closest power of 2. That is 2's power 4 plus 1. Right? 2 power 4. This will be 1 0 0 0. Don't like write this. Now 17. So the closest power to 17 was 16. The lower one. 1 followed by 4 0. 16 means. Now this will give you 16. How much is remaining? How much is remaining? 1 is remaining. So for 1 we have this. And then 0. So we got 17 in binary. Alright? So if you want to find 22, first you write like this. What will this give you? 16. Why? Because there are 4 on the right. This has weight 2 power 4. Right? How much is remaining? Remaining is 6. And this is your 6. 1 1 0. Near a 0. And this is your 6. 16 plus 6, which is 22. Right? So whatever number you have, let's assume you have a number 80. What is the closest to 80? How many symbols should I leave? We have to leave 6 symbols, 6 spaces. This will give us 2 to the power 6, which is 64. Right? How much is remaining now? How much is remaining? 16 is remaining. Now you already know 16. 16 is what? 1 followed by 4 zeros and then another 0. So this will be your 18 binary, and this much part of your was just 16. This is a very fast method. For example, 11. I will write 1. Why? Because this will give me 8. Right? 2 power 3. This is the weight. Now how much I want? I want 3. I want 3 to make it 11. And 3 is what? This is 3. And 1 0. So 0 1 1 is our 3. That's it. Isn't this very fast? It is very fast. Any number. For example, we have 165. What is the closest? How much space? 7. Why? Because this will give us 2 power 7, which is 128, which we already have now. How much is remaining now? कितना बचता है? 37. I want 37. For 37, if I write this, how much will this give? This will give us 32, right? Because there are 5 symbols, right? Understand these things like this. Now how much is remaining in here? 5 is remaining. So again 101 will give us 5, and then again this 000, right? So this comes out to be 101 00101, right? As simple as that. This is your binary of 165. So whatever you have, you can easily calculate. So you can understand it like milestone. For example, this is our 12. 12 is our milestone. So what will be 13? 13 will be 1101. 14 will be 11. This will be 10. Now again 11. 16 will again be very simple because this is power of 2. Then 4 zeros. And then again this will be 17 will be again easier. 10001. From this you can calculate. So you have to understand the milestone. It grows, then a power of 2 comes, and then again a milestone. So this was all about the binary number system, from where all of these weights are coming. And this is very important because in interviews, IITs, ISCs interviews, someone asks you, you should know. And why do we do all of these things and this successive division? And why do we write it in reverse order? So all of these things you should know. We do the successive division, the quotient. Why we write it in reverse order? All of these questions we have answered. You don't have to by heart anything now. That's all for this lecture. We'll meet in the next lecture.